Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tackling a massive hurdle. That inevitable wall literally every Laravel developer hits at some point, and we're giving you the exact architectural blueprint to break right through it. We're keeping this strictly no fluff, short, and extremely to the point. Let's dive in.
Look, you know the feeling. You finish a shiny new Laravel tutorial, you build out your first real project, everything works beautifully, and you proudly ship it, right? But then, fast forward 6 months. You need to add just one little feature, and suddenly, you absolutely dread opening your own codebase.
You are officially caught in the 6-month trap, and the symptoms are painfully obvious. You're suddenly touching 5 completely different files just to tweak one minor thing. Your controllers, they've ballooned in a monstrous 300-plus line files. Your models hold logic they have absolutely no business knowing about, and your tests are so brittle they snap in half just because you renamed a method somewhere. Adding a feature honestly shouldn't feel like defusing a bomb.
Now, if you're nodding along to this right now, stop beating yourself up. I mean it. This is not a skill issue, it's an architecture issue. And honestly, it happens to almost everyone who learns Laravel strictly by following the documentation.
See, here's the core disconnect. The framework's official documentation is amazing, but its entire job is just to show you what the framework is capable of doing. It doesn't tell you how to actually organize your code once your app scales. Production architecture is a completely different beast.
So let's fix it. Part 1. Real-world architecture and the production blueprint.
What we're talking about here isn't just theory, it's extracted from actual, battle-tested production apps. In a mature Laravel setup, every single folder has a very specific job. Actions are your single-purpose executors. Think of a class just called create_order. DTOs act as immutable data carriers passing secure information around. Services group together your stateless business logic. And your controllers, they become incredibly thin. They do 4 things: validate, authorize, delegate to your actions, and respond. That's it.
Moving on to Part 2, the 3 golden rules for fixing your foundation.
This setup isn't just about making your folders look pretty. It's governed by 3 strict rules. Rule number 1, one reason to change. Every class should have exactly one reason to be modified. If your product team decides they want a new payment gateway and you suddenly have to crack open your create user class to make that happen, well, you've got the wrong boundaries. You've got to separate those concerns.
Rule number 2, push logic down. Your logic belongs at the lowest possible layer where it still makes sense. If it can be an isolated action, please don't bury it inside a massive service class. Filtering a database? Make it a model scope. You have to stop letting your controllers do all the heavy lifting.
And rule number 3, make the wrong thing hard. You want to structurally protect your codebase from yourself and your team by enforcing guardrails that make introducing bugs incredibly difficult.
The best part is, you already have native tools to achieve this right out of the box. Drop model.shouldbestricting in to instantly prevent lazy loading bottlenecks. Lean heavily on typed properties and strict types to guarantee data integrity. And use db.prohibit destructive commands in, so absolutely nobody accidentally wipes your production database. Lock it all down early.
All right, Part 3, execution. How do we actually start doing this?
You have the blueprint, you know the rules, but how do you execute this without totally stalling feature development? The secret here is pacing. Do not halt your entire company to refactor overnight. Pick just one pattern per sprint. The value of these small changes will compound over time.
If your codebase is a total disaster area right now, here is your quick win path. First, map out that targeted folder structure so you know exactly where things should live. Second, attack those controllers. Thinning them out gives you immediate, tangible relief. And third, once your controllers can finally breathe, gradually start introducing your actions and DTOs to handle all that extracted logic.
Now you might be thinking, isn't this massive over-engineering for my tiny app? Remember this, the exact same patterns that feel super heavy at Route 5 will feel like absolute lifesavers at Route 50. Yes, for sure, it's a bit more ceremony up front, but this structure is exactly what will save your sanity as you grow.
So let's put this into practice. Open up your current project today, go find your most painful, bloated, 300-line controller, push that logic down, make the controller thin, and finally take back your architecture. So tell me, which controller are you going to refactor first?